Yo, Martin's
Yo,
cracking Shteigin.
what's
Good
good,
morning,
brother?
Yid Nation.
What's up, man? Welcome back to
Shiva
the
Gura
RX.
Show, Super Chill Nation. We're back.
And we're back.
And we're clank. And we're back. Yo, I want to start this year by giving a shout out to Back Road Club. Couldn't read it backwards. Back Road Club, and also a shout out to the Pothole Rodeo finisher. Shout out to the Turtles, Lucretia Turtletaub and Emperor Sheldon Turtleson. They're here somewhere. Awesome. A shout out, most important, to Scotty Sivko, who was with me the whole time when we went with the whole convoy of like Germans and Austrians and Schweizdeutschen, and I was talking Yiddish, and it was crazy times. And Shkoyach, of course, right? So I want to give a shout out to them, and of course a shout out to everyone who came in and Shteiged with us. We were Shteiging there in certain places. So just a big shout out, and it's really, really good to be back in Israel. Yeah, it's really good to be back in Israel, and to be Shteiging, to continue the Shteig, we're holding on Daf Hey Amud Aleph Meseches Avodah Zarah, and I wanted to go back and do Chazah, a little review on what we ended on yesterday when we were Shteigin in Munich by the bar. Oh, here. This bar. I wanted to just we kind of, because time restraints, had to like stop like in the middle of that. So again, I wasn't like totally holding, and so the Eibusher should give us Siyata Dishmaya. We'll go back to the dot on Daf Hey Amud Aleph. Without further ado, Shkoyach to you. Amar Reish Lakish, Zak the Heilig Reish Lakish, the bandit. He says, Bo v'nachzik toiva la'avosenu. Come and we will hold. We should be grateful. We should have gratefulness. Nachzik toiva. We should hold on to the gratefulness. It's an interesting idea, I guess, to hold on to like a good feeling or a good vibe or a good thing, a good attitude. You got to hold on to it. V'nachzik tova lavosenu. Let's hold on to our gratefulness. Hold on to our good will towards our forefathers. And we saw yesterday they did the Chet HaEgel. She'el malahein, because if it wasn't for them, lo chatu anu. Malahein lo chatu. If they didn't sin, anu lo banu lo, we never would have come to the world. So Rashi says, Avosenu says Osei HaEgel, the ones who did the Egel, and lo banu lo olam is a shahayu kimalachim, because they were like angels. They were like angels, v'lo holidu banim, and they wouldn't have had kids. So we're going over, since this is like Chazara for us, we're going over it, and we're seeing the Rashi's Toch today, right? For the people that are watching this as a series, this is the first one. This is the first episode of Shteigin there that we're doing in Israel. Right now on the call, we got Shteigin and we got Patricio. Patricio is in Santiago, Chile, super Chilean. And Sligs is a stone's throw in Jerusalem.
I'm a stone's throw. Looking forward to seeing you as soon as possible, my brother.
ASAP, my brother. It's good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you too, bro.
Liggity Sushtel Sligs
Welcome
in the
back.
building. Well,
Let's
yeah,
go.
thank you, man. Thank you. Let's go.
I'm so down for the Shteigin there over here.
The Shteigin there over here. Dude, I love it. Shteigin here, over there. Shteigin there over here. But we're always Shteigin there. We're always, you know. This revolution is, we say this revolution is for the four corners of the flat earth. Dalid Kanfos Haaretz. You know, it's everyone. Everyone is being oppressed as one. So finally, humanity can come together. You know? We got Patricio in the building. My tati from America just signed in from New York. Welcome, Abba. We're just talking about how we're doing Shteigin here, Shteigin there, over here. Shteigin there, over here. That's a socially special without one.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, so Rish Lakish says that we're doing Chazah. Rish Lakish says, "Bo v'nachzik tov alavosedu." Let's have we'll hold on. We'll hold on to gratitude to our forefathers, because if they didn't sin, Rashi says by the Egel, then we would have never come into existence, because we're on the Madrega of Malachim, of angels. And so if you're in the Madrega of angels, well, angels don't have babies. So that's what the Gemara says. This is the sugya that we started back there in Germany, in Munich. We started back there where the political movement, I mean, really it was a continuation of the Roman political movement that was almost 2,000 years old at that time, or maybe 2,000 years old at that time, to get rid of, but it's not just the Jews, but it's also, the Israelites, and also all believers in non-Satanist ideals. But the specific brand known of the Roman Empire, known as the Third Reich, started over there. A movement which was started which tried to wipe out all of the Jews. That was their final solution, to wipe out all of our progeny. And we started learning it there, and we're continuing it in Eretz Yisrael. And it says that we wouldn't have never come to the earth. There never would have been us, our nation, would have never came to the world, because we would have elevated to the level of angels. There would have been no Israelite people. Maybe that's what it's saying. Very interesting. Shenemar, because that's the pasuk that they prove this with, right? How do we know you need a raya? Because the Gemara brings rayas. That's the raya. That's Rav Manovich's raya. When I was like stumped, and I was going around stumping the whole Haredi world with what's the raya that we need a raya. I asked Rav Manovich, the Rosh Yeshiva of Chispin, that question. In 1 second, he's like, the Gemara brings rayas. The Gemara may be rayot. In 1 second, Rav Manovich just gives like the best carrots. Okay, so what's the raya for this idea, which is a serious idea? He says, Ani amarti Elohim atem. I said that you are God. Uvnei elyon kulchem. I said that you are gods, and the children of the highest. Very interesting. You're God, and it says, and you're Bnei Elyon. You're two things. You're not only are you gods, are you Elohim, but you're also Bnei Elyon. This is a pasuk in Tehillim. Oh man. If we had Reb Aaron in share with us, he would be able to tell us some cool things about Tehillim. He's really holding it Tehillim, Reb Aaron. Some cool things about this Tehillim, if he knows. If only he was in share with us. Mitzvah Shem in the future. So this verse, I was saying that you're gods. So the Gemara is saying that verse in Psalms, in Tehillim, is talking about the time that the Israelites were about to accept the first tablets, before they did the sin of the golden calf. They were in the level of God, and so if they didn't sin, we never would have existed, says Rish Lakish, because we would have been in the level of God, and no need to have kids. The Memra to say, but then it says, so but this is chavalta masechem. You messed up your actions. Achein, then the hemshech of the pasuk. But however, ke'adan tamusun, right? That you'll die like a person. Ke'adam tamusun. Achein ke'adam tamusun uchechar hasarim tipolun. Like one of like the greats, you're still gonna fall, right? So the Memra, so the Gemara is trying to darshan that pasuk in Psalms, that verse in Psalms, the Memra to say, "Di lo chatu lo havu moldi." They didn't sin; they would have never been having kids, right? As Rashi told us. So now the Gemara is going to start asking questions on that. Really, but doesn't it say in a pasuk "Ve'atem peru urevu" that you guys should be fruitful and multiply? Says the Gemara. Oh wait, hold on. Should I? Because we started a little late, and I never told the group. Shteigin, could you? Could you
What do
write?
you need, bro?
No, nothing. Too crazy. We're live. We're live. We got to do it live. Shteigin, clank. You know, we're Shteigin here. We're Shteigin there. We're always Shteigin means to climb in Yiddish. When I was on the trip, I was talking all the Yiddish I knew to the crew, like to the people that we were chilling with, and we're talking about Bergsteigen. He's like, "Oh, I love Bergsteigen, like mountain climbing. Steigen is climbing, and we're always getting better. You know, and in whether we're here or whether we're there." We're staying there, over here, right there. So the attempt, so the Gemara is going to ask some questions, right? The Ilo Chatu, they wouldn't have had kids. So Bahach Siv says Gemara, but doesn't it say in the pasuk the attempt peru revu? Doesn't it say in the pasuk that you be fruitful and multiply? So the Gemara answers Ad Sinai. That's until Har Sinai. So the Gemara says, "Sinai namiksiv," right? It says, "Lechem or lahem shuvu lachem lo lechem." It's telling them after they got the Torah, after the Shloshes Yemei Hagbala, after they got the Torah, they should go back to the and learn Simchas Ona. It's a Simchas Ona. Rashi says Simchas Ona she'ad ata, that until now Nezer lehem, it was usher for them to be with their wives, and it says al tikshu el isha, so they didn't go to they were like sleeping with their wives that time, and then after Har Sinai, they were able to. So that's another question. So the Gemara right now is just Zagin Lamdish Bambas. The Gemara's like, oh, I have one question. It says Puravu. The Gemara answered it. I have another question. That's saying the Simchas Ona that they're allowed to go back. So you could understand possibly, because then the Gemara goes and asks another question, the Simchas Ona, and then it goes to another question. So you could say that, oh, the Simchas Ona is explaining the question, and the Gemara is not answering it. It's just going back and answering a question. Or you can say like this: the Simchas Ona was the question in and of itself, was the answer. I mean, in and of itself. And so it says, but doesn't it say that the pasuk that they go back to your tent, and we know that they're going back to have kids? Answers the Gemara is Simchas Ona. Yeah, it wasn't that they weren't be able to have sex. It's just that there was going to be no more procreation. Maybe. We have to even know if that's a possible shot. We have to know if angels have sex, and we actually do know from some of the shiurim in Chagiga that we gave. We said that like humans are like angels in three ways and not like angels in three ways. And I think we say that we're par and Varab and not like not like an angel, but like a behemoth. So angels don't have kids. So the simchas ona seems to be a question, like a continuation of the question, but it could be an answer. But I don't know if angels can have kids, or maybe the Israelites would have been in this like state where they just don't like procreate, but they can still like have sex. I don't know. No, I don't think that's shot. I don't think that's shot. That sounds like a Muslim shot of like the 72 versions. But the Rambam says that there's not going to be achila and shtia in Olam Haba, and the Ramban says that there will be, that we come back to our guf, and that the Gemara that says that's he says that's Olam Haba. That's not talking about Yemos Mashiach and the Machlokas and the sugya Rish Lakish and Rabbi Yochanan. We're still talking about the sugya, but it was Rabbi Yochanan and Shmuel. This is Rish Lakish. Okay. So the Gemara asked another question. But doesn't it say in the pasuk Leman Yitav Lahem Ulivnehem? So to give good to you and to your kids. So isn't that implying that there's going to be still procreation and having kids? And there's the Gemara Laosan Haomdim al Har Sinai. No. That's talking about those that were sitting on our Sinai, like those people. Okay, those people that were in our Sinai, so they should still have, what's that whole pasuk? They should still have progeny, but they wouldn't have had kids. Leman Yitav, where's that pasuk? Leman Yitav, that's in Devarim. Mi tain v'yel levavam zeh lahem liyira osi lishmor as kol mitzvosai kol yamim leman yitav lahem ulivnehem leolam. So it's talking about forever. Saying, yeah, but it's not talking about their kids. It's talking about it will be forever for them, that they're never going to die, I guess, just like an angel. Right? So the Gemara answers that. So then I want to say my pshat more on the Simchas Ona being an answer. Yeah, they weren't going to have kids, but they could still like, I want to say that more because the Gemara just answered the first one and answered the third one. So you're going to tell me the Gemara doesn't answer the second one. So, but it's hard to say pshat, the Simchas Ona. Let's see it Rashi again. Rashi says, they're going back to have like relations, but not, it could be learned as a way. It could be learned as a way. Excuse me. I made bracha on that before, just so people aren't choshesh. Yeah, but they could be choshesh. But like if they were choshesh, to be choshesh, to be choshesh. Okay. Okay. So that's the end of the Rashis on this part. We're on our own, you guys. So and I'm still blabbing on like the answer of the Simchas Ona, but that's connected to a sugya, a long-standing sugya. Oh, welcome, Rabbi Harry, or H, or
hi, man. Lots of love.
Yeah, lots of love, bro. Good to see you. So we were saying that we're bringing all of these questions. Like, what you're telling me that the Rish Lakish, you're telling me that the Israelites would not have continued to be a nation on this earth because there would have been a madregas of malachim if it wasn't for the Chet HaEgel. So let's give thanks to the Chet HaEgel, which we already gave thanks to the Chet HaEgel yesterday when we said like it wasn't for the Chet HaEgel, it gave us all like an opportunity to do tshuva. Oh, the Naz, what's cracking? What's up, bro?
How you guys been? Good to see you.
Yo,
guys.
dude, we've been good. We've been chilling. This is the first episode of Shteigin over here.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a Susha Slick special. Yo, dude, Susha Slick special. Yo, so anyways, good to see you, bro.
See you too. Thanks for having me.
Yo. All right, so we're starting the sugya. We're just doing chazal in the sugya that we started yesterday in Munich in this HB Hofen. It stands for Hitler's Bar. It's where he got his political start. It stands for something in German that I can't pronounce. But we started share there, you know? And we say we say, listen, I just had, and I started here today by giving a shout out to the Germans and Austrians and Switzerland people who I was traveling with, and it was wild times. And I was also traveling with a Roman Catholic, a good friend, Scotty, and it was wild times. And I gave them all a shout out. We talked about how this revolution is, Dalit Kanfos ha, flat Earth, Mistama, but we're still blibing. Okay, fine. It's just I haven't spoken to Naz in a while, so I want to just give a little chazah, So we're saying, you're telling me, Rish Lakish, that if it wasn't for the Acheta Egel, we should have been in a madrega of Malachim, and therefore there would have been no continuation of the nation of Israel. He says, Bo v'nachzik tova, let's hold our gratefulness. It's got to be held. It's got to be held tight. A feeling of gratefulness. Bo v'nachzik tova la'avoseda, to our forefathers that sinned by the Acheta Egel, because if they didn't do it, Shemale hein lo chatu, anu lovanu la'olam, anu lovanu, we wouldn't have come to the world. So the Gemara is asking questions and giving terutzim. Says says no. Those that owned them al Har Sinai, what they would have been living forever. For them, they're living on Har Sinai. The Ha'amar Reish Lakish, but doesn't Reish Lakish say in a pasuk? So now what? So now, okay, so we just asked 3 psukim, and the Gemara came up with an answer for all of them. Because going back, when the Gemara says the Simchas Ona, I think that was a teretz. And so I think so. The teretz would be there would be a madrega of Malachim, but they would still be going back to Simchas Ona, because it stems that the Gemara asks 3 questions and answers 3 terutzim, and if that's the teretz, then that's the teretz. It's all part of the sugya of like what are like angels and Malachim, and we did a little bit of that at the beginning of Yeshiva School show. Machlokas Rambam and Ramban on Nevuah. By Abraham especially. Okay, so now the Gemara is saying the Hamar Reish Lakish, but doesn't Reish Lakish himself say? You get Reish Lakish is telling me that we have to be grateful to our forefathers for sinning, because if they stayed in the level of angels, we never would have been born. But doesn't Reish Lakish himself say, "My dichsev"? What does it mean in the pasuk when it says that Sefer Toldos Adam? This is the Sefer, the book of the progeny, of the lineage of mankind. It says, what? Did Adam have a book? Some people say he had Razi al-Melech. That I might have.
Nice. Nice,
yeah.
bro.
Some people say, Schlegs, what a fun
Yeah, boy. Let's go.
Yeah, I gave a shout out to Razi al-Melech and Malach, and Schlegs wasn't going to miss that one.
Let's go.
Yo, hold on. If we have it just so happens that I travel with the Razi El Hamalach, and it was in the guitar case.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I have a uke. Another shout out to Scotty. Okay, so Vachsiv, so what? Adam had a book. Yo, Schlegs, according to this Gemara, the Gemara is incredulous, and Adam had a book. And if Adam wrote Razi El Hamalach, then Chazal would have been like, yeah, Razi El Hamalach. Just saying. I'm not trying to slug Hasidus. No, but you hear? You hear the kasha?
I hear the kasha. I can hear it one more time.
Tzarech Ian. So he's saying, what? Adam had a book? Milamed. So the Gemara says, of course, Adam didn't have a book. Rather, the pshat is Milamed Shehira Lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu LaAdam HaRishon Dor V'Dorshav Dor V'Chachamav Dor V'Parnasav. That God showed to the primordial man, to Adam HaRishon. He showed him and every nation and its scholars, every nation and its wise men, every nation and its Mefarnasav. We said yesterday that it was like, it's the ones who kind of make sure that like the whole crew eats. Kevan Shegia, I don't know what Mefarnasav is. So it's not the whole crew, it's the whole like community really, like a Parnes Ha'ir usually. Kevan Shigil Dorosh Rabbi Akiva, that he got to the generation of Rabbi Akiva. Now
Wouldn't Parnasav answer why we're talking about a book? Because Parnasav is like your Parnasa, that could like include stuff.
Like a bookkeeper.
So like no, not like a bookkeeper. It's like Parnasa includes all your stuff. So like the book is included within like the person's Parnasa, within all of their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the accountant. Yeah, I could hear it, but also I was thinking book. I like that point. It's a good Nakuda Naz, and really it's a good Nakuda Naz because we didn't like bring up that that's even like a Nakuda that needs birur, that needs like an explanation. It's a great point. He's saying like how do we learn out from the fact that it says that he had a book, this idea. And so he's saying like the Parnasav, he like keeps like he like writes down all of the money like an accountant. But I was thinking that the reason is because the Dor v'chachamav and Sofrav, especially Sofrav, means like the book writers, you know. But it could apply to all three, as the Naz pointed out. So Kevan Shegil Dorosh Rabbi Akiva, he got to the generation of Rabbi Akiva. Samach b'toraso v'nis atzev b'misaso. He was happy with his Torah, and he was saddened by his death, right? Because he learned amazing Torah, but he got his face ripped off. And we learned this in Munich. So what's the shot? So we're saying, what's the kasha? The kasha is, it's Rabbi Akiva. It's Rabbi Akiva. And if it's Rabbi Akiva, so how could you tell me that there's not that they were supposed to not have any kids? And then you're telling me that Rabbi Akiva's, that Adam Arishon, the first man, knew about Rabbi Akiva? So how could you tell me that they would have never had any kids? Bam Kasha, on Reish Lakish, the Stira and Reish Lakish. Amar, so this is what they asked. They asked him, they're like, slugging up Reish Lakish. Didn't you yourself say this word about the Adam Arishon knew about Reish Lakish, proving that the Jews, the Israelites at Mount Sinai were continuing to have kids? We're continuing to procreate.
Can I add on another kasha?
Yeah.
Also, wouldn't this pose a problem for Adam when he can't find Hevel? When he's like asking Cain, like, where's Hevel at? Where's your brother at? Like, if he already saw like all the generations, wouldn't he already know that Hevel's murked?
I hear he saw all the generations. We don't know when he saw. This might have still been when he was in our Sinai, in Gan Eden. And it's actually very interesting that you bring that up, Naz, because it says that we were at the Madrega before Gan Eden. We were at before the chait of the Eitz Hadas, before Eve ate and Adam ate from the tree of knowledge. That was the Madrega that was at the level that they were at. This is the same level that we're talking about. But did they have kids? Did they have kids at that Madrega? Adam and Eve actually did have Cain and Hevel when they were still in Har Sinai, showing that even at that Madrega, we could still have kids.
Wait, but that doesn't make sense if they had kids when they were in Gan Eden, because isn't one of Chava's punishments that she has to suffer through pregnancy?
Yeah, but it wasn't like the pregnancy. It says 2 people got onto the bed and 4 people came down. So Ian on this time, on this sugya. But this is the time, by the way, of Yemosa Mashiach.
We're at 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. Gaia. So this is the time in. Oh no! What am I talking about? Amar Rav Yochanan, maybe Amar, right? Amar Rav Yochanan, Ein bin Olam Hazeh was Mashiach. In this Mashiach, nothing's going to change, except for the Shibud Malchias. and the base of Mikdash and Yerushalayim, according to Tosfos. Okay, so Amar, so this Rish Lakish says, "V'li ma yakru re'echa el." Amar, so this is what Adam said. He said, "Uma yikru re'echa el," like how grave of a thing befalls your lovers, God. But Amar Yochanan says, "Ein ben David ba," that Mashiach ben David is not going to come until all of the souls in the body are finished. We have to think about what that is. Neshama. We spoke about that in some of the shiur, and this is a long-standing sugya of like what is a neshama. And here it is David ba. And we have to say, well, when is that time that Ben David ba? Is that Yemos Mashiach? Is that Olam Haba? Seems like Yemos Mashiach, right? David Mashiach. But it seems like there's two categories. There's Yemos Mashiach, and there's a Ben David ba. Yemos Mashiach is right. I guess if Yemos Mashiach was just when Ben David ba, then it would be the Yom Mashiach. But it's Yemos. It's a talich. It's a process. So because we're not it's not gonna always be fighting. Because I will carry my ruach. I'm talking about neshama, and we're also talking about ruach. We spoke about these concepts. It will be like a talus. It will be worn. And the souls I did. So there's neshamos. So the Gemara asks all these questions. The answers of the Gemara: Lo tema anu lo banu lo olam. Now, it's not that we would never really have been born. Really, we would have been born. That's not what Rish Lakish meant. Ella kimi shelo banu lo olam. We would have been like we never have been born. Lememra, to say di lo chatu lo havu maisi. What you're saying that if they didn't sin, they wouldn't have come. Like what? The Gemara asking like the same question, lo maisi. So the Gemara says it would have been like we wouldn't have been born. And the Gemara says we wouldn't have come back. See if it doesn't say Parshas Yevamos, Parshas Nachalos. So the Gemara answers al Tanai on condition. Now we're gonna pick up here. Let's see how much we can do. It says al Tanai umik sivi kra al Tanai, and who says that there are psukim on condition that there are psukim that like are conditioned that if like they do the ego, I don't know what shot it yet is on this, so we might continue on this like on the Kuda, figure it out tomorrow because we're at time limit stuff. But umikasivi kral tonight in the hachi amar Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. This is what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says. My say, what do you mean when it says Vayir Vayiboker Yom Hashishi? What does it mean that it was day? It was evening. It was day. The sixth day. Milamed Shehitna Kadosh Baruch Hu in Ma'aser Bereishis. Kadosh Baruch Hu made it tonight with Ma'aser Bereishis. V'amar imikav Yisrael as the Torah mudav v'im lav achir etzem tovavon. We go back to chaos. And so the Gemara is going to ask a question on this. We gotta go right there. Meisvei. The Gemara says, "Mi yitein v'haya levavam zeh lahem levatel mehem malach hamaves." So, who would it be that would get rid of the angel of death? To get rid of the angel of death, EF it's impossible. Shekvar nigzer gezerah, that we made a gezerah. We made a decree. What decree? We have to see. I hope we get a chance tonight. Ha lo kiblu Yisrael as a Torah elikidei shalot tehe uma v'lashon shalotzben. We didn't accept the Torah. What are you telling me that the only reason they did that, they didn't accept the Torah, was for that the world doesn't go tovo? We have another mimer that says that they accepted the Torah just so that the nations wouldn't control us. which we should be zoche. Right now, like the shibud is indeed controlling us. We got to mikabel the Torah, be ava and besimcha. Shneimar l'man yitav lahem ulivnechem at all. Oh, they're going back to that puzzle that we started with. Hada amar ki hai tana. No, he's saying like this tana, like this tana. The Tanya Rabbi Yossi Omer lo kibli Yisrael dar el kadesh lo tei malach hamavesh lo lipahen. The
4
only
minutes.
reason we accepted the Torah, 4 minutes. The only reason that we accepted the Torah was so that there wouldn't be death. Very, very interesting. Everyone's talking about how much death is controlling the psychology of humankind. The only reason the Torah we accept the Torah is to escape death. I said that you were gods, right? We already read this pasuk, and we have only 4 minutes. I read it earlier. But they messed up. So the Hemshech of the pasuk, I think, you will die like man, right? So you will have death like humans that after they did the sin of the Chet HaEgel, which Rish Lakish says we have to have some sort of gratitude to that. It's very apropos that it's Rish Lakish saying that, because Rish Lakish is the ultimate Baal Tshuva. We saw yesterday that Lo Asu Yisrael as a Egel, they didn't even do the Egel. Ela Liton Pischon Pel Bali Tshuva, to give a chance for people to do Tshuva. They said, listen, the people served right when they were getting the Torah, right after they heard Anaichi Hashem Elokecha and Lo De'eh Lechem Elohim Acherim Alpanai. Right after they heard God speak, they heard God's voice, it says, in the first 2 luchos. And then they go and worship a golden calf. What a fall. Well, it says Rish Lakish, we got to be grateful to those days and to those sins. He's talking about himself also. Because if that didn't happen, then we would never come to the world. What does it mean? It means that if that didn't happen, then there's no way that any of us, this is like Heraclitus, that a person can't walk into the same river twice, because it's not the same river and it's not the same human. You know, it's like we would have never existed if it wasn't for their sin. So we gotta say thank you, and we gotta be nachzik tova. We gotta hold on to the grateful vibes. Hold on to the grateful vibes that we're able to be learning Torah, whether we're Shteigin here, over here, Shteigin there, over there, Shteigin there, over here, Shteigin here, over there. You know, we should be
International.
grateful. We should be nachzik tova. We should hold on to our gratitude. It's got to be held on to tight. That we're able to sit and Shteig Torah.
Amen.
And hopefully the Malach HaMaves will be, because the Malach HaMaves, who Malach HaMaves, who Yetzer Hara, who Satan. And so hopefully there will be a stalkus of the Malach HaMaves and the Satan and the Yetzer Hara from here v'yameinu. And especially, and how do you get rid of the Satan? Because Satan's a shneach of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The way that we destroy those by
1 minute.
destroying the philosophy that worships Satan as an equal and opposite, Trei Rishuyos Chas V'Shalom.
We're at 1 minute.
All right, so we're just gonna go. You know, we do endings. Yeah, we did an ending off. We got 1 minute. Oh, today we steig about life, about death, about strife. Scotty asked me to play the ukulele in his chus. He should have good time on his mission, and together soon we will envision get